A lot of the content we're exposed to nowadays is quite depressing and might lead to feelings of hopelessness and despair. So I thought I should make something a little lighter, which is why today I'm going to cover the subject of corruption of the human genome. But before you watch this video, I feel like I need to start with a disclaimer. This channel is not run by a religious fanatic and I'm not converting anyone to believe in anything. I read prophecies and analyze them according to current events. So let's continue. The first gospel in the New Testament is the Gospel of Matthew, who was one of Jesus' disciples. In his book, Matthew predicts that the end times will resemble the days before the flood, and the reference to the days of Noah carries a lot of context that could mean a lot of things, but unfortunately the Bible does not describe this period in detail. So to find pieces that will help us complete the puzzle, we could look into how different civilizations documented these times. One example is the reason for the flood according to Greek myth. As the story goes, Zeus transformed into a peasant and asked to be fed by Lycaon, a powerful king at that time. When Zeus sat to eat, Lycaon's 50 sons served him with food that contained human flesh without informing him. This act angered Zeus so much that he killed 49 of the sons and turned Lycaon to a wolf. Zeus later flooded the world to clean it from humans as punishment. And what does it have to do with our time? One of the tech industry's latest trends is 3D printed meat. Fake meat, synthetic meat, we all know what's really in there. Again, kings serve peasants with human flesh without their knowledge. Days of Noah. And that is one example of how today resembles more and more the generation before the flood. But in this video I will focus on a different angle, just like the title says, human-animal hybrids. Here is what I found. Mythologies of pagan religions are full of stories of part human, part animal creatures. These are mixed species that were terrorizing humans and got partially wiped in the flood. But mixing species is also a scientific field that has been researched for decades. In 2017, there were reports of an attempt to create a hybrid of a human and a pig. Did it really happen? Maybe, maybe not, but the Overton window is advancing in the name of science.
The Chicago Tribune, 19 people were hospitalized at a furry convention in Illinois. Strong odor of chlorine, spread?
Hotel guests, along with convention attendees, into the cold night. Many still dressed in their furry costumes.
The furry community is a relatively new trend of guys who were mostly born in the 2000s and dressed like sexualized humanoid animals. It's popular enough nowadays to deserve to be taken seriously when we talk about the Overton window of normalizing human-animal hybrids, because this push of animal fetish to the mainstream is not random, and you should get used to seeing news articles about this phenomenon in big channels because it happens whether you like it or not. Furries have their own conventions. Anthrocon in Pennsylvania is considered the biggest one, and in 2022 it hosted more than 1,400 guests. Did you ever wonder what started it? Humanoid animal cartoon characters are actually as old as cinema. Disney and Looney Tunes had them since the 1930s, but the 1990s is where we got the furry twist. First there was the tiger from Frosted Flakes cereal who had his makeup. Then the movie Space Jam introduced Lola Bunny, another furry favorite. 2 decades later, we have the 2016 movie Zootopia, where humanoid animals function as people and manage a human society. This is no longer a cute children's movie. These are full-on humanoid characters dealing with adult issues.
So nature made everyone sick. And then a miracle happened. They called them hybrids. Your kind. It's your job to live a full life. But some bad people are still out there, Gus.
By now, you should know that Netflix is not about making money, but continuing Operation Mockingbird. The company used machine learning algorithms to take Operation Mockingbird to the next level.
What is this? A crossover episode?
And in 2021, Netflix released a show about a boy who is half human and half deer. Another step towards normalizing hybrids. But in this case, they weren't the first to introduce the idea. If you want to know how Overton Window works, the show Orphan Black is a good example.
Oscar, this is Felix.
Hello. Brilliant.
So I'm going out for a couple of hours. So you be good. Mommy's gonna be very upset. Okay? Same goes for you.
So, what now? Does your daddy have a drinks trolley?
What's that?
Don't worry, I'll find it. You want to dress up like a little girl?
No.
Well, I don't have anything for you then.
I'll dress up like a boy.
We can work with that.
Oh, Gemma!
Look, Mom, we're cross-dressers.
No, you are not.
I'm you.
Oh, you're back.
Felix! Don't go. Can Felix stay the night, Mom?
No.
My work here is done, I'm afraid.
No. Stay, Felix.
Adios, dragsters.
One of the main characters displays a pattern of behaviors that may be shocking to some viewers. And by shocking, I mean that he acts so gay that you find yourself worrying about the state of his digestive system. The weird thing is that a few episodes into the first season, you're so used to him that you are no longer bothered by it. Staying on the topic of traumatizing performances on TV, the Eurovision is an international song competition that is highly popular within the gay community. But like anything else on mainstream media, it is also used for performing rituals and normalizing agendas. Remember the time Austria won with a bearded man who was dressed as a woman? To the 2023 competition, Israel sent a singer whose song is called Unicorn, and it was promoted with Photoshop images of the singer looking like a centaur. This creature is a half-human, half-horse hybrid, so why would the song use that instead of a unicorn? Is that a sign that the days of Noah are coming back? The Austrian singer I mentioned won in 2014, but it was only 4 years later, in 2018, that bearded transgenders became a public sight. I can't tell the exact time difference, but I did notice this 3.5 years cycle repeating on different occasions. Based on this observation, I believe that we can expect human-animal hybrids to be part of society by 2027. So in 2018 we heard of transgenders everywhere, and in 2019 there were already talks about the importance of inclusion in the workplace. Now the entire month of June is dedicated by tech giants to celebrate diversity. Once again making the comparison between transgenders and hybrids.
You are a transgender.
What shows?
From legitimate philosophical questions like how much percentage human should someone be in order to be eligible to vote, to having gay pride and festivals for human-animal breed, it is only a matter of time. How long will it take until the talks about the rights and inclusions of hybrids begin? Hybrids are also a step towards introducing the public to humanoid species that are not human, such as Philistines, but that's a story for another time.